What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Book Worms. You know the segment. We dive into our favorite comics, and you come out all the nerdier for it.
I'm totally not Alfarius.
I'm Shazam.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be following up last week's video where we talked about supervillains who might have been correct.
Now we've got heroes who, in some cases, were definitely wrong.
Probably.
As we discussed in our previous video, not all villains are always wrong.
Link in the description below.
In that same vein, not all heroes are always right. Here's a list of some questionable actions taken by our favorite superheroes.
Both DC and Marvel's Princes of Atlantis, Aquaman and Namor, respectively, have made the questionable decision to invade the surface world.
Over and over and over again.
While initially going to war with people continuously trying to destroy your entire planet is not a bad motivation, it's kind of the way these princes of the seven seas go about it.
Perhaps it is an overreaction to try and drown all continents under hundreds of feet of seawater, and annihilating all land dwellers might be a little bit of an overreaction.
Just a little. For that reason, they land on this list of heroes who don't always do the right thing.
Next up is Barry Allen as the Flash. In the Flashpoint paradox, or any other time he decides to go back in time to fix something.
In Flashpoint, Barry decides to run back through time to save his dying mother. And while this initially works, it was the butterfly chain of events that followed that ended up making this a terrible decision.
Upon returning back to the present, Barry is the only one who is aware of the differences in the timeline that he has created.
Like, for instance, Bruce Wayne dies in Crime Alley, his father takes up the cape and cowl as Batman, and his mother falls in a darker path and becomes the Joker.
Also included is a war between Themyscira and Atlantis that destroys over half of the world, and Superman is spending his days as a lab rat being dissected by the United States government. Son of a bitch, Barry. Son of a bitch.
Have we not learned that time travel is a bad idea? Coming in at number 4 on our list is another tie between DC and Marvel's billionaire playboy geniuses, Iron Man Tony Stark and Batman Bruce Wayne, for creating artificial intelligence the likes of Ultron and Brother Eye. Just a bad idea.
And of course, once they're created, AI does what AI does best and decides that the destruction of humanity is the best course of action.
Can we not agree that creating artificial intelligence to save us time is just a terrible idea? Coming in at number 3 on this list, and our final tie between DC and Marvel's parallels, Frank Castle, the Punisher, and Jason Todd, the Red Hood, both of whom make the list for their increasingly more violent ways to kill their enemies.
Now, we're not denying that vigilantism in the comic book world will get things done quickly and efficiently. These two really blur the line between what it is to be a hero and what it is to be a villain. Don't think either one of them would really care, though.
I don't think either of them watch this YouTube channel.
No, but, Frank Castle, Jason Todd, if you're out there, comment below, tell us if you care. Number 2, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. After losing his family and everything he knows and loves, he uses his Green Lantern ring to recreate his beloved Coast City and everything and everyone within it.
While that alone is not enough to get you on this list, it's the following actions that land him here. After running out of energy and his Green Lantern ring, Hal heads to Oa, to the source of all Green Lantern power, where he can't be reasoned with. He slays every Green Lantern in his way, taking all of the rings for his own.
And he eventually becomes the evil Parallax.
And finally, number 1 on our list for heroes who were wrong, from one of the single greatest graphic novels in American history, Rorschach from The Watchmen.
Never compromise. Not even in the face of Armageddon.
Perhaps Armageddon is the perfect time to compromise. When given the choice to lie or tell the truth, Rorschach decides to send his journal to the press detailing Adrian's plans to fake out both the USSR and the USA, thus ruining the facade of the peace that Adrian had created.
perhaps looking back on it, that wasn't necessarily the greatest idea, seeing as how, in the years to come, heroes would be blamed for Ozzy's actions and be hunted, masks outlawed. Generally, the world just goes back to
Maybe a little moral relativism would have been nice there, Rorschach.
On a side note, if you haven't seen HBO's Watchmen, go give that a watch. It's amazing.
That was our list of the top heroes who were wrong.
Click like and subscribe down below. Over his face is a video YouTube recommends. Over my face is a video we recommend. Bye.